Welcome to the MyST Getting Started series. On the path to production, application code will often be deployed hundreds of times into dev and test environments. When performed manually, this process is highly error-prone and inconsistent, adding both additional cost and time to a project. One of the key concepts of MyST is to establish a single integrated process for automating the promotion of both Oracle Middleware platform configurations and application deployments through each stage of the software delivery lifecycle. In this series of videos, I'm going to demonstrate some core concepts of the application release automation capabilities of MyST by automating the release of the stock sample application to our middleware platform. Firstly, we will introduce the concepts of artifacts in MyST and create a new SOA composite. We will then add these artifacts to our application blueprint to define the components that make up the deployable unit. Next, we will configure our release pipeline to model the stages that the stock application will be promoted through with the appropriate level of governance. Finally, we will show how MyST automates the platform configuration associated with the application that we are deploying. MyST breaks the release process down into two distinct stages, build and deploy. To build the artifact, MyST utilizes the build server to monitor the source code server for any changes to our codebase. On a commit, the build server will download the modified source and build using Maven. Once built, the artifact will be published to our binary repository, Artifactory, and finally all associated build metadata, including the Maven coordinates, will be published to MyST by the MyST build server plugin. To define our unit of deployment, MyST adopts a similar approach to the definition of our platform. The application blueprint contains an environment-agnostic definition of the artifacts that make up the application and their associated configuration, whilst the application model contains environment-specific configuration and properties. When we're ready to deploy the artifacts, MyST will retrieve the specified artifacts and inject the artifacts with the environment-specific information. It will then ensure that resources defined for the platform are in a consistent state and then deployed to the designated environment. As we promote through different environments, the same process is followed. The stock sample that we'll be using is made up of a number of different Fusion middleware components, including a SOA composite, third-party Spring services, MDS and OSB services. These are represented as artifacts in MyST and, as mentioned, are defined within an application blueprint. MyST supports a wide range of plugins for source code management, continuous delivery and software repository servers. We will be utilizing Subversion, Jenkins, and Artifactory respectively. Once the stock application has been built, we will deploy automatically to our CI environment and then promote manually through our SIT, UAT, and prod environments. Now that we have some context, in the next video we will focus on the creation and management of a MyST artifact.